Hello friends, I'm Colonel DJS Chehel from Olive Greens Institute, and lately we've been getting a lot of queries regarding an online program for SSB preparation. Well, we strongly feel that an online program for SSB preparation may not be adequate, because unless you physically participate in all those activities and unless you participate as part of a group where group dynamics get generated, you will not get the right experience for the SSB. As also we all are aware that SSB is all about personality evaluation, and therefore personality really cannot be groomed online. You have to physically go through a program to groom yourself to become better for the SSB. However, we understand your constraints, and we are aware that many of you are unable to spare 2 weeks of your time. Some of you are maybe going to schools and colleges, or others have some tuitions and other coachings on. Some of you are even working, so you may not be able to spare 2 weeks of time. So the good news is that we've devised a very interesting and effective digitalized course for SSB preparation. Now this will have all the briefings, it will have a lot of illustrations, examples, and even physical videos of the outdoor tasks to explain to you as to how to go through all those activities in the virtual sense. And then even if you are able to spare 1 week of your time to come to Olive Greens, I feel that should be adequate to see you through in the SSB. And some of you who are unable to come also, maybe it will serve you for your SSB to a very large extent. Now this program I feel will be beneficial for 5 categories of candidates. One are those who are maybe in their 9th, 10th, 11th classes and who are die-hard defence aspirants. They want to join the forces only. For them this will give a very good orientation, and they will understand the basics of how to groom themselves starting now. The second category are those candidates who are yet to write the exam. Maybe they're going to write the exam this year, and they feel that they would want to start with their SSB preparation concurrently, because naturally grooming of your personality takes time. So you would not like to wait for your exam results to come out. So even for you it will be a very good thing to start now. The third category of candidates are those who have cleared their written exam and they are unable to spare 2 weeks of time to come to us. For you, this will be a program which will help you to get acquainted with the SSB process, and if you can spare 1 week time to come to us, that will be ideal. But for some reason you can't, even then you will have a very fair idea and you will stand a very fair chance when you go for your SSB. And lastly, it is meant for those candidates who are not really defence aspirants, but they basically want to groom themselves, and they will find that this program, digitalized course, will be useful for them for any placement, for any walk of life that they would like to opt for. So this is a program which is useful for everybody. Now I'll briefly tell you what all is going to be there in this course. Starting from the screening test, we'll have detailed briefings for both the OIR as well as for the PPDT. For the OIR test, we'll have a sample test which will be given to you, and explanation of all those questions will be given, especially the non-verbal questions which you have a lot of doubts about cubes and those objects and those ideas about turning the cube, etc. you have confusion about. So we will have detailed explanation for that. For the PPDT, we'll have a detailed briefing on how to write a meaningful story which is effective, which will be found good by others and by the assessors. As also we will teach you how to participate in the group discussion effectively. Thereafter, for the psychological tests, we will have a detailed briefing for each one of those tests, that is TAT, WAT, SRT and SD. There will be a detailed briefing, and for each of these tests you will find a lot of examples given to you. A lot of mistakes that you commonly make will be clarified when those examples that you are given and you are told how to do it appropriately. For the personal interview, once again, we will have a detailed presentation telling you about the nuances of the personal interview. You will be taught how to fill up the PIQ form, which is extremely important. And last of all, there will be a mock interview conducted in front of you of a candidate and a detailed feedback given to him, so that you are aware that what are those usual mistakes which candidates make during the interview, so they are able to check them while you watch this mock interview. So this is how the entire process will be explained to you in detail, and then when you come to us, it will naturally be much more easier for you to understand since you've already imbibed all this information. So going through the physical part will be naturally more beneficial to you, and you will not be required to stay here for anything longer than 1 week perhaps. So I am sharing a link with you at the bottom of this video. Please click that link and you could go on to all the details with respect to the digitalized course, and we are selling it at an extremely low price. I mean, you will find it that, you know, one outing to the mall, it is about the same cost as this. So you may find it easy on your pocket, and you will find it very beneficial, especially if you are unable to spare 2 weeks of time. So I'm sure that you will be able to go for it and find it useful. All the best, and eventually see you at Olive Greens once you go through this. God bless you all.